last 2 years have taught us anything, it is to expect the unexpected and always have a game plan in place. And there is no better way to safeguard your future and your finances than by having the right kind of insurance in place. Now, this morning, I am joined once again by Priya Naika from Old Mutual as we take a closer look at the absolute necessity that is illness insurance. And there are a number of levels that this narrative plays out. Priya, a very good morning. Great to have you back.
Always a pleasure, Graham. Thank you.
So, Priya, I want to start off by looking at our youngsters, the youth. What trends did your claims stats reveal about severe illness when it comes to younger people living in this country?
So what we've seen is, although a worrying, not a surprising trend over the last few years, in that we're seeing claims coming in at a younger and younger age. And so last year, we saw that our youngest claim amongst females for severe illness was a 25-year-old.
Wow.
And our youngest claim for males was 22 years old. And the oldest claims being on the upper edge of 70s and early 80s. And so you can see there's a wide breadth in terms of your lifespan where cover is absolutely essential. And so thinking that we're too young to have cover really isn't true any longer.
I get that, and as we've raised, it's that knock-on effect as well, that while a child is ill, what does that mean for the parents and their ability to earn while they're looking after that child? So I certainly get that. Okay, maybe I'm thinking about myself here because we've just come out of Movember, but I think men in particular need to consider their own situation. So what do your stats show with regards to men and severe illness?
So Graham, you mentioned an important point about being a parent, and I just want to touch on that quickly because in the age group between 30 and 39, where we see lots of young parents sitting in that age group, we saw that both males and females were typically succumbing to the male and female type cancers for severe illness. So amongst female, breast cancer was the top claims event.
Wow.
Amongst males, cancer was the second highest event, and prostate cancer was actually the highest of that. So we can see that male and female specific cancers really becoming prevalent even at those young ages where, when you're just starting a family. To go into the male focus, I think what we're seeing is that we certainly have seen an incremental rise in the number of claims for men. So claims last year increased slightly for males, making up about 56% of the total claims. And what we've also noticed is that where a traumatic life event or difficult life event has happened, there's a co-event that usually attaches itself. So for example, when a severe illness happens, the individual, and specifically we're seeing this in males as well, is more likely to suffer from depression or another type of illness that happens shortly thereafter. And what we're seeing is that males who have faced severe life changes like a retrenchment, a divorce, or extreme stress are also more likely to suffer severe illness. So I think it's really important that we prepare ourselves.
I've got to say, Priya, I doubt there is a man on the planet who isn't sitting on that spectrum of mental health at this particular point. But can you indicate to us the costs that are generally involved when falling ill with a severe illness? Everything from diagnosis right to hopefully a full recovery.
Yeah, so depending on the type of illness, diagnosis can run into the thousands of rands, because usually it's not a linear process. It's not a simple test and then a diagnosis. Usually your physician would try to rule out a number of things, and then you would land on an appropriate diagnosis and you would test with certain treatments. That can run into many thousands, and part of that, the medical aid role is to pay for those tests if you have medical aid, obviously a comprehensive plan. But then the real cost comes in when you go into the treatment phase, and the treatment of a severe illness can run into anything from the tens of thousands into hundreds of thousands of rands. Now, those treatment costs, if you do have medical aid and it covers all of those treatment costs, then that's really great. What's not covered in there is the many, many trips that you will make to and from treatment centers. Sometimes those treatment centers are not close to home. You also then have the costs that we previously talked about, where you would need, if you're suffering with an illness, you may not be able to drive yourself. So you may need someone a partner to take time off work or step away from a business to take care of you. Your kids, if you have children, will then need extra caregiving because you're not there, and maybe your partner is also busy trying to fight this illness with you. And so that can truly run into the hundreds of thousands of rands. And remember that is just for one event. Yeah. We may be susceptible to multiple different types of, unrelated events over the course of our lifetime. And that can make a serious dent in our savings if we have them. Yeah. Or it can even threaten your retirement plans and your family goals, your child's education, none of which you'd like to have threatened. You want to make sure that you have the resources to fend off an illness whilst making sure your family is taken care of.
The debt that could be created through a spiral like this and trying to manage that recovery after you've gone through the physical recovery, I mean, that's a double whammy that I think few people would be able to handle or manage. You need someone in your corner. Thank you so much. This has been enlightening and illuminating, and it's got me thinking about the important stuff right now, so hopefully our viewers have as well. Priya, thank you so much. Now, I know we've covered previously your amazing Old Mutual Rewards program, and we gave 2 Expresso viewers the opportunity to win a cool 10,000 Old Mutual Rewards points valued at 1,000 Rand. Priya, I understand that you've got the 2 names of those lucky winners. Do you want to do the honors?
Thank you, Graham. It gives me great pleasure to say a huge congratulations to our 2 winners, Fawzia Phillips and Gladys Mtsweni. Congratulations. Thank you for becoming Old Mutual Rewards members.
Well done. And that's going to help them on their way to a better financial well-being. If you didn't win this time round, is there going to be another opportunity to win?
Funny you should mention that, Graham. So we have just launched a brand new competition in light of the fuel increases that I know a lot of us have been dealing with over this past year. So if you are an Old Mutual Rewards member, you can enter any time from now until the end of February, and we are giving away fuel to the value of 30,000 Rand to 4 lucky Old Mutual Rewards members.
Wow, so that'll last you about a day, hey? No, that will be a massive, massive shot in the arm. Oh, Priya, thank you so much. I know we talk about pretty heavy stuff, but we always end on a very light note, and I think our viewers are going to love this one. Thank you for guiding us through today's journey. I picked up a lot. Thank you so much.
Thanks again, Graham.
Well, there you have it. Plan ahead and safeguard your future by having an illness insurance in place, and to give you that financial security in the event that you fall ill with a severe illness. The Old Mutual team are available in their branches nationwide. You can phone them 0860 60 60 60, and they will gladly put you in touch with one of their financial advisors who can assist you with getting signed up. And for all the details and the benefits, you can simply visit oldmutual.co.za// that is illness.
Old Mutual's illness insurance pays out a single amount of up to 6 million Rand for whatever you and your family might need while you recover.